the main reason I started this YouTube channel, over 10 years ago now, seems crazy, but was to create some kind of platform that people could trust. Because for the duration of my chronic illness, I feel like everywhere I turned was what ended up to be bullshit. And I feel like even society, most things that come into our scope of vision is bullshit. Look at the COVID thing. They're not even lying to your faces anymore. They're just saying, look, what we said a year ago just doesn't apply anymore. Forget about it. It's like, if the authority of supposed health over a country is lying to your face and putting money first, and then you turn into natural means and you're getting sold all these products, it's like, where's the truth? It's very hard to find the truth. So when I finally recovered and I looked back at my journey and couldn't believe that the simplest things that I did were the most effective, that I couldn't make money from, or no one could make money from. I was like, I need to tell people. I need to tell people that actually consistently the simple things are going to be the most effective thing in your arsenal towards getting yourself well. And that's why I started this channel. It's like, I want to be at least someone that's putting their face out there that people can trust. And as much as I would love to, have a job in helping people, I'm not willing to sell bullshit supplements or bullshit products that I didn't use in any of my recovery to get by. I'd rather go out and graft for a day and get an honest wage and come on here and talk honestly. So if you're down and out and you're very skeptical, understand that is normal, because probably up until, say, this video, maybe for some people, you people are trying to mislead you into buying products or mislead you into bullshit. And it's the sad reality of the world. Truth is not prioritized. Truth is not profitable. Truth is really quite dangerous. So what I realized though was, over the course of my recovery, I turned around and all these crazy supplements I'd used and these, liver cleanses and all this crazy stuff, I look back and there's no need for any of it. The simple things really did make the biggest difference, done consistently. It doesn't feel like it. It doesn't feel like it at the time. You may be a few weeks in and you go, how is this going to translate into me being energetic and happy and looking healthy and all these different things? It just doesn't, I need something bigger. But it really was the simple things, and it was having faith in those simple things that really paid off for me. Skepticism in this world is a must, because if you don't have skepticism, you're going to be misled continuously. It really is mind-boggling to me. I remember 2013-14, I was like, I don't have my aches and pains anymore. I'm feeling better, Why isn't this information just easily accessible? Why is it such a mystery when it doesn't need to be? It boggles the mind. But yeah, as much as I'd love to make this my job right now, I believe in time it will happen. I believe with goodwill, good intentions, something will happen. I feel like that's the only way I want to do it anyway. I want to be honest, truthful, give advice when I know it works, and if I turn this into a job at some point, through whatever means, that would be fantastic. That would be a purpose for me. But until then, I'm willing to do a day's graft to get my money, and then talk honestly. At no point I feel like I'd ever want to compromise that. But the video is just trying to get across to you that my videos, I'm not selling you anything. And if you come here being very skeptical, I completely get it. I was in that place and I still am, even more so. But don't make that stop you from trying to improve your situation and heal yourself. Like I always say to people, I get messages and they go, I'm trying to change my sleep routine and I've done, for 1 or 2 weeks and I'm not, when do you feel the effects? Like, I just feel like going back to my old routine. Understand that if you stop, watching screens before bed, anything stimulating, and then you're unwinding, you're journaling, you're going to sleep, you're dedicating yourself to these healthy routines, how is that ever going to impact you in a negative way when it comes to mental health or chronic disease or any of these things? It's not. So don't, because I used to do this. I used to go, I'll just go back to what's comfortable, what I know, it doesn't work, but at least I know where I am. But when I took the stance of, I'm going to do this anyway, because it's not going to hurt me, and I know these other activities are not helping, and I know this is not hurting, so what happens if I do it for a month or 2? I'll wake up and I'll do, dry brushing. Is that hurting me in my recovery? No, I'll keep it in my routine then. I've been journaling and these loops that I go through in my mind is like creating arguments with made up scenarios or talking badly about myself. All these aren't they're not helping. They might not be the cause of my disease, but it is dis-ease to be that uncomfortable in my thoughts. So if I kind of address these, it's not going to hurt my recovery. I just went through everything that I was doing. And when I was combing through and just trying to be as positive as I could, being grateful for what I did have and the situation I was in, and slowly but surely things changed for me. And that's my message. This is my message from my whole of my YouTube, is that these positive changes in your life are never going to hurt you, and you just have to dedicate yourself and be faithful that they're going to at least contribute to you getting to where you want to be. Now, how badly do you want it? It took me a very long time to want it as bad as I did. I said in a previous video, my healing journey started with a prayer. I begged. I was at the bottom of the pit, and I was just like, if you give me any situation, anything, any situation, I'll grab it with 2 hands and I won't let go. And that's what I did. As soon as I had the situation there, I didn't let go, and it paid off for me. And that's my message for this channel, is the simple things done consistently and being good to yourself, loving yourself, giving yourself peace, and all these steps, regardless of your situation, trying to find peace for yourself and eating well, all these things that cost no money. It's not cheap to eat good food and all these things, but not having to pay for advice saves you money that you could be spending on good food. Some of these people in the health field that I used to have great respect for, and I'd look at the consultation fees and I'd be like, £400 an hour. What planet are you living on where you think that your time, your hour, is worth someone's weekly wage? And that's if they're working at all, because, you're selling your service to people who are ill. It just makes me lose a lot of respect. There's no 2 ways about it. How can you get to a place where you're like, right, I love talking about health. I'm going to sell my services. I'm going to, charge X, Y, and Z because I think I'm worth that amount. I just I could never do that. I couldn't sleep at night. Don't know where I'm going with this video. I just really talking to the skeptics and people that are struggling out there. I completely get it. We're being bombarded with bullshit day in, day out, through all means, natural, non-natural, whatever it is. It's just, there's a lot of money to be made in a sea of misinformation. And that's the sad state of affairs at the moment. And I just hope that my channel's at least somewhere where you can know that you can try to improve your situation without being bullshitted. Yeah. Someone was asking to start the podcast up again because the long rants give them little snippets of things that they find useful, and I actually understand that, so that I'll need to get that started up again. I've got my laptop, I've got my microphone, I've got things that I need to get started. It's just fitting it in with a full-time job, and obviously being a dad and everything, it's full on sometimes, to put it bluntly. Just hope whatever part of your journey you're on, you at least get some peace within yourself and some clarity of the direction you can go in. Yeah.